Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Fallout 76 guide. Let me show you how to find all 13 hidden recipes from Delbert, which are basically cooking notes with fixed spawns that you probably didn't learn yet. Hey! I have recently noticed that I was missing a bunch of cooking recipes while working on my latest tips and tricks video. That's because the recipes I'm about to show you are different from the common blue recipe books you find in the world. They are cooking notes that look like any other lore note, just a white paper sheet on top of things. I never check those anymore, therefore why I missed them in the past. I suspect the same could have happened to you, so I decided to make a complete guide. I have also created a farming map to help you guys navigate and understand where do you need to go and what are you possibly missing right now. The link to this map is right below the video. Moreover, I will show you the recipe ingredients and respective buffs in the cooking station for each entry. Moving on, there are 13 locations scattered around the wasteland. In other words, there are 13 Delbert recipe notes to collect and learn. So let's get right into it. At the Toxic Valley, you can easily find the Delbert's delicious Deerskins recipe at the Wavy Willard Water Park, to be more specific. Head straight from the fast travel point and just go through the main entrance. Then turn left until you see the candy shop. It's the very first one. You need to unlock the door, which requires a level 2 pick lock, and then the cooking note will be on top of a metal shelf inside the shop. This one is very straightforward. An easy start, I would call it. In the cooking station menu, you can find this recipe as fried deer skins, and the HP and AP buffs are not that astonishing, especially compared to what you need to craft one. Next, let's head to the AARONHOLT homestead in the forest, where you can find another Delbert's recipe inside the house with a red star. It's the one to the right of the red house. Get inside and look at the kitchen counters. You will find a Delbert mud cookie recipe awaiting for you. Now, cookies always sound like a great idea, but in this case they are not so easy to bake and the benefits are basically none, so I don't think it's worth the trouble. I will probably not eat any of them anytime soon. Oh well. Moving to the west, at the Tyler County Fairgrounds, you can find another hidden cooking note from Delbert. Run straight from the fast travel spawn, go through the metal playhouse, then head left to the blue cyan house. A bit ahead, you will find the funnel fun shop, and you should get inside to claim your new recipe. It's called Corn Pone, and it's among other cooking ingredients on a metal shelf. This recipe is quite useful since you can get a charisma buff with 2 more points. Plus, it's rather simple to bake, so it might be worth crafting, especially for the Wastelanders DLC, where charisma will be important in dialogue options. At FLATWOODS, you can find several Delbert recipes. Let's start with the one at the Responder's storage house. Follow the road from the FLATWOODS spawn point, go past the church until you see a Responder sign saying supplies. Check the entrance because that's where you will find the recipe for Delbert's Appalachili, a rather spicy dish, I would imagine. This is another useful recipe. You can get a 2 luck boost with the chili, and it's not so difficult to cook, so I would say this is worth crafting every now and then, especially if you are running a luck build. The next point is at Delbert's house. It seems like the man used to be a FLATWOODS resident after all. Again, go past the church and the Responder's storage house until you see an automobile house. Enter there, then go right to the bedroom, where you can find the recipe for his sunshine oil in a wooden furniture. By the way, I know this is Delbert's house because his dead body and his terminal are on the other side of the house. Captain Obvious. Anyway, the sunshine oil is a drink and it's basically a stamina boost. Just to let you know. The last Delbert's cooking note in Flatwoods is a little bit further into the town at the Red Rocket stop, just across the road from Delbert's house. There's usually some low-level ghouls around, so take care of them first before you search for the recipe. Get inside the shop and look at the floor. You will eventually find Delbert's Mountain Hocks recipe near a skeleton by the main counter. Simple enough, right? Too bad this food is rather useless and it's a waste of vodka to even do it. Just for some HP and disease resistance? Really? Well, at least it's another one for the collection. Still in the forest region, head to the SILVA homestead, where you should follow the road from the fast travel spawn until you reach the main house. There are usually some liberators inside, so take them out first. Then you can find Delbert's Tato salad surprise on top of one of the kitchen counters. Very difficult to miss, honestly. Despite the name, this food doesn't include any special buffs, just some HP and stamina regeneration. Oh well, I was quite disappointed about this one. On the hunt for some company tea, you should head to the Cranberry Bog at the Superior Sunset Farm. From the fast travel spawn, go across the water stream towards the main house. Be careful with any nearby enemies. Head inside the house, turn left, go past the kitchen, and make your way towards the basement. It is flooded, I know, but don't worry, you won't be there for long. Turn left again and you will see a white note on the wall board. Yep, that's exactly what you were looking for. It's Delbert's company tea recipe. As obvious, this is a drink, but the benefits are quite terrible. So it's another one of these, you know, for the collection. Would you like some more tea? Now head a bit north to the Max Farm, where you can easily find another Delbert's cooking note. From the fast travel spawn point, head straight by following the road until you find a wooden shack in ruins. Kill any nearby enemies, then get inside and take a closer look at the entrance furniture. You will see a Delbert's Granny Sweet Tea recipe there, and guess what? It's another drink that doesn't bring anything new. Just more HP regeneration, except this one is not so easy to craft. In the surrounding area there is another Delbert's cooking note you can learn. At the General Steakhouse you can find the famous Cramburger recipe. Make sure to clear the place, it's filled with super mutants and they can kill you easily. Anyway, you get inside the house and then you should head towards the basement, which is under the stairs. To the right side, you will access the Steakhouse's kitchen, a massive one, with several recipes there. One of them is Delbert's Bunless Cramburger, and you can find it in one of the counters near the right wall. There you go! Eating this sort of burger will increase your carry weight by 20 units, which is pretty decent. The hardest ingredient seems to be the cram, really, so it might be worth crafting a few, occasionally at least. Well, the following recipe is kinda bugged. It's in-game, but you can't really loot it right now. Despite the bug, I will still show you the exact location in case Bethesda fixes it at some point. So head to Spruce Knob and follow the main road to the left side of the fast travel point. You should head right in the first road intersection and then left on the second one. Keep going until you find a lake and a small cabin. Head right until you see a wooden table with a cooler and a white note. That's supposed to be Delbert's traditional Chitlins, but there is no way to pick it up. I think Bethesda actually forgot to add an interact button or something alike. I even confirmed with a few data miners, and it is true, you can't obtain this recipe through legit ways right now, but at least you know where to find it. It's time to adventure into the mire, and the next stop is at the Treehouse Village. This place can be a bit confusing, but the room you need to access is just a few seconds away from the spawn. Now you will see 3 clusters of shacks and you need to head to the very first one on the right side from the spawn point. Start going up the 3 houses, cross the bridge on the left side, and you are in the right room. It looks like a storage room to me, and you can find a Delbert's cooking note right in front of Lauren's terminal in a metal shelf. This time you can learn how to cook pothole pie, which is again a very average recipe. But hey, gotta collect them all, right? I know. The last Delbert recipe in the list is the sweet Labrador tea, and you can find it in the mire as well. Head north to the RALEIGH Clay's bunker and get inside the hole, literally. You need to proceed with the main quest line to access this location though. Go straight and head to the kitchen area, where you will find your last hidden recipe, which is a sweet drink, the Labrador tea, from Delbert. It's right on top of the dining table in the kitchen, close to the bathroom. Now, what does this tea do? I bet you know the answer at this point. Yep, it's more HP and stamina regeneration. It's rare to find great drinks these days, it's a fact. Ah well, it is how it is. These are all the 13 Delbert cooking notes in game right now. One is bugged, that is true, but you can still get the other 12. I do believe there may be more cooking recipe notes like this, just with a different name. I need to do further research though. One thing is for sure, I am now checking every white note I see just to make sure it's not a recipe that I'm missing. I hope this was useful to you. Did you have all the Delbert recipes learned already? Were you surprised with these cooking notes? Do let me know everything in the comments below. Also, people sell these for hundreds of caps because most players don't seem to know they even exist or where to find them. So here's another business opportunity for you. Besides learning the recipes, you can also farm and sell them to other players. Anyway, I am Marta Branco, thank you so much for watching, and if you just got here, consider subscribing for more content like this. You can also support me further if you would like, the links are below the video. Well, I will see you all very soon in the next one. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye!